Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching The Dragon Prince, Season 3, Episode 5, Heroes and Masterminds. The last episode ended on a terrible note with Zeb. I was going to call Ezra and Zeb. Did you know watch Rebels, which has a character called Ezra and a character called Zeb? This show has a character called Ezran and a character called Zim, and my brain is like, well, those are the same names. With Ezra imprisoned and Zim taken, which was not a pleasant place to leave it, so I'm very excited to keep watching and see what happens next. Let's go. Thank you so much, Albert, for sponsoring. Why is he in a dungeon? I believe Viren would put him there, but legally speaking, why the hell is he chained in a dungeon?
Hey, I was hoping you'd be my first visitor. I wish I could come up there with you, but...
Oh, I was thinking it was going to be jam tarts.
Gee, this isn't so bad.
Best friends. Oh, they're gonna get eaten or something. Okay.
Why won't she come?
Oh. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh god. Magic! Oh my god, bless her. She loves him so much. Jesus Christ! Children watch this show. That was far too much tension. His eye is very clearly different.
But just because he stepped down does not entitle you to take his place.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, this kingdom's going to hell. What he's always wanted. Even man spreading in the throne.
It won't be long before he goes after traitors. That's us.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Save Ezra at the same time, please. Claudia! Soren. He's gonna help them, right? Because he knows he saw through his father, unlike his sister. Hold on to her. With your arms around her waist. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I guess
He's already
You
blushing.
don't think that would be?
If already weird, super weird.
Hmm.
Just hold on.
Okay, sure, not weird. Put my arm around you seems very normal. I'm just,
See the Ambler's tracks.
Excellent. We have a baby dragon to save. And a baby prince.
You need to hide. No glowing.
It's... Soren, he's gonna let him out.
I'm here to help. I'm gonna get you out of here. I just don't want to fail you too.
Soren
Thanks.
is the stupid one comparatively, but he is so much smarter and braver than his sister. That's so ridiculous.
Bringing hay to the horses. Very hungry horses need hay. Hungry horses.
Oh my god. The hay is glowing. Bait!
Glowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So,
Nothing. It's
thanks, man. Hay's the best.
Oh my god. There is a worm on his ear.
Oh, who's your new friend? I mean, you are okay.
Yes. I mean, definitely not.
Thank you.
But he is
I'm fine.
in his egomaniac
Claudia, you
heyday.
understand why others might take a crown out of self-importance, but
You're doing it to help.
You literally could have become a regent if you didn't care about the crown. You could have been like, he is too young, I will be regent until he is old enough.
To help everyone.
yes, that's
She's
right.
just so determined to see the best in her
That's
father,
why I know I can count on you, Claudia.
and it makes her so dangerous.
He is not an asset. She is my daughter.
Yes, and you were working with an elf that they have had locked up because they were scared of him. He doesn't give a shit if she's your daughter or not. Just taking my hair, we're going hey to the forest.
You're the best crown guard a king could ask for.
You even have even has Bates approval. Like when this show started, you were like, Soren is going to do everything wrong and massacre people. He's such a mindless bro. But even though he's not smart in like the academic way his father values, he is smart in knowing the right thing versus the wrong thing.
No. You're not gonna.
She is.
Crazy. This is totally crazy.
Oh. She said she'd catch him. She can fly. But so can Zim. You're gonna go fight a war for this man's ego megalomania.
I am humbled to stand before you.
Are you?
You are the greatest fighting force in the history of
And he's sending you to die for no reason.
Well, go on, leave us, cowards. We don't
Jesus
want you
Christ. I would be at the back of that army like, yep. Respect. I am scared though that Viren's gonna cast a spell on them or imprison them. But I respect them so much.
They will wear a badge on their clothing, a badge of shame and cowardice.
Jesus Christ.
Broken link.
Yep, cool, I'm alive though.
It is only as strong as its weakest link.
Oh baby. Bite her.
Dude, how can we follow them when she...
Baby boy. Yes, good boy.
Here we go.
Wow! How'd you learn to do that?
I've never done that before.
Of course she hasn't. Oh!
You're okay. I'm so sorry we lost you. Ow! Careful!
He's just happy.
Why did it have to be so fangs?
Oh, they're gonna help her, aren't they? Yes, he's gonna go back and rejoin them and Zim. Oh my god, that's everything.
It's not signed, but I assume it's from the strapping young idiot. Dear Moon Lady, I'm happy to help.
Why do I now love Sora so much? What has happened?
Pelly, I'm sorry I let you down as king.
You did no
It only
such
took me a few
thing.
days to mess everything.
You showed more courage, strength, and grace than most leaders show in a
Aw.
lifetime.
Do not strangle your king. Rayla is literally everything.
Callum, why aren't you running?
Right, sorry.
She told you to get him to the Amber ages ago.
Why did you save me?
Because we're good people, unlike you.
It's because Rayla is a hero.
What?
Rayla saves people. She's brave. She does what's right.
He
even
loves
if it
her so
puts
much.
Her own life in danger. That's what makes her a hero. That's what makes her Rayla.
That was so sweet.
You
Babies.
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
They're so cute. And it's just as natural as anything. His hands around her waist. Yep, it wouldn't be weird at all. That was adorable. Okay, so the last episode ended with everything being depressing and miserable. This episode ended with everything being sweet and perfect. I mean, okay, not everything. Katalis is being led by Viren and marching to war, but if we forget that part, everything was perfect. Okay, so starting with Katalis, I really like how they are treating Soren and Claudia. Because when the show first started, I can't lie, both of them, I kind of was a bit like, it just reminded myself, like, this show is, like, primarily aimed at children, so, like, Soren and Claudia were often making humour that was aimed at children, then, like, fair enough, that I'm not the show's primary audience, that is fine. But we've had a lot of really interesting character development and character growth between them, and I think it's really, they've done such a good job because Soren is different. He's not the son his father would have wanted, in the sense that he's like a dumb jock. You know, obviously, I know he's like a knight, but you know what I mean. And his father doesn't value that. He will use him as much as he can, whereas Claudia is his smart, intelligent little mini-me who wants to be just like him and practice dark magic and everything. With her, he knows exactly what she's like, what her motivations are, and how to use her. And so you can definitely see why he has had the easier job of realizing his father isn't always right and his father is actually often quite wrong, and why Claudia is struggling with it. But I'm really proud of Soren for, I mean, when he was initially given the order to kill the princes, and when they first found the princes, it was, you know, I genuinely, there were points where I was like, is he freaking gonna go and do it? But I don't think he ever could. And I love that he is the one who looked at his father taking the throne and was like, something isn't right here. Ezran being imprisoned isn't right. And he takes his vow of being the Kingsguard very seriously, and he basically wants to try and do the right thing. And so I really respect him for going above and beyond with his magical hay, saving Ezran and helping get him out of the palace. Because if he was found, his father would not have shown him mercy. You know, his father's idea of mercy would have been like stuck in the dungeon for forever. So I really, really do respect him. And obviously, it's going to be interesting to see how things develop going forward, because if, like, is Soren going to be like, well, I've got Ezra to safety, now I can be my father's loyal son because he's not done anything, you know, like, he may still agree with the war. I still think there are going to be tests of Soren's character going forward, and also of Claudia's character, because so far, she hasn't seen her father do something reprehensible. I do think she is turning a bit of a blind eye to obvious signs of that, both with how he spoke about the people who we was like, yeah, I made a deal with the old king, but like, you could, the young king, stand down if you didn't want to fight, cowards! And then you'd probably be like, oh my god, is he gonna like murder them all? And then when he did just let them go with a badge that marked them out as deserters, then she was kind of like, oh, isn't my dad good? When Soren was like, he wanted me to kill the princes, and the dad was like, oh, I think he misunderstood. Claudia wants to believe the best in her dad because she loves him, and I think that's what a lot of people can relate to with their parents. I do still think we're going to find a point where she, I hope, sees her father do something that she cannot agree with, and then she's going to have to make a decision, just like she did when Soren was trying to kill the princes and everything there. So that is going to be an interesting development. Because remember, her father was like, if it comes between getting that dragon egg and letting your brother die, you've got to let your brother die. And then she saved her brother, and she was like, Dad's not going to be happy. And then when he was like, oh no, of course I'd want you to save your brother, she was like, oh, of course he told me to do. Like, I understand why she's being willfully ignorant of all of her father's dark sides, but there's going to come a time when she can't anymore, and it's going to be very interesting to see what these two do in that moment. So Ezran, I initially thought he was going to go with them to Durin. That's the kingdom that had the little girl who wasn't taking any of Viren's shit, right? I initially assumed he was going to go there with them, but I love he's going to be with his brother. I suppose I kind of think, well, yeah, that's the safest place for you, and if you're not king, that is where you might as well be, and it's much safer than being on the front lines of everything. And so he's gonna get to reunite with Callum, which is everything, and with Sim. I was like, I understood why he made the decision to go back, but I was also like, it's so tragic. Now Sim's gonna get to see him again, and it's gonna be everything. So them in Zadia, they caught up with Nyx. They managed to save themselves. They managed to save her, and Zin managed to save himself. I'm guessing she initially told him like, oh, you know, Rayla and Callum, they think it'll be better if you come with me. They've had to go back to help Ezra. Or, you know, she kind of lied to him about where they were. That's why he didn't fight back sooner. Because he is a baby. But the minute he realised what she was up to, he fought back and he got himself free like the beautiful baby dragon he is. The way he just hugged Callum was literally everything. I cannot wait for when Ezra catches up with them, and like, it's going to be a lot. So that was so beautiful, and seeing the way Callum and Rayla work together, the way they believe in each other, the trust they have in each other, is everything. You know, these are two people that really, the first time they met, they took a chance with each other. They took a chance going against the stereotypes and the beliefs that have been drilled into them all their lives, that they couldn't trust the others because of their species. and they were each like, I'm going to trust that you're trying to do the right thing. And from that has grown a beautiful friendship that is growing into something really sweet. And seeing the way they are so awkward with each other, they are a real sign that there can be peace between elves and humans. I mean, they're a good old Romeo and Juliet style story, but that elves and humans are very, very similar. There is no need for there to be constant wars and battles between them. Elves are not better than humans. Elves are just different than humans. Humans are not better than elves. Humans are just different than elves. And they're a real sign that there is a hope for this future. And it's part of why it's so important that it is Ezran and Callum who return the baby dragon, and return him without asking for anything. You know, I mean, maybe they will ask for peace, but like, they're not asking for like, oh, give us 1,000 gold coins, thanks. You know, they're just doing it because it's the right thing. That is what is so important, to show the Zadians that it isn't all humans. Because definitely, Zadians hate humans, in the same way that humans hate elves. And I will say that the Zadians oppressing humans for so long is probably why the humans started hating them, and then they did elf superiority, and then they, like, there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the past, but we don't need to let the past define us. This was a fantastic episode. Thank you so much, Albert, for sponsoring, and thank you for watching.